I'm back. WeCake'n's back. I'm here. We're talking hockey. You already know I'm talking hockey. I was thinking earlier this week, and what I was thinking about is I was thinking about starting a new series. And this new series that I'm thinking about doing a Hockey News Fridays. Hockey News Fridays. Not everyone has the time of day to watch 15 videos and learn about the league. Sometimes people just want one concise video about all the important things going on in the league, what they may have missed, or some things that I could highlight. Let's get started. Boston Bruins. So what am I going to talk about as far as the Boston Bruins are concerned? Well, something phenomenal for this franchise. And it's in one of the most important positions, if not the most important position in the entire game of hockey, goaltending. So with the Boston Bruins, Tuukka Rask was honored for his 500th NHL game. He is the most winningest goalie in Boston Bruins history. That is a huge accolade. If you're a Boston Bruins fan, basically you know you're going to see a new name in the rafters. Give it a couple years, don't get me wrong, but Tuukka Rask, you're going to go in those rafters. And the craziest thing is that Tuukka Rask has been with the team through their entire decade of Stanley Cup runs. Now, don't forget, the Boston Bruins are basically the forgotten, hidden dynasty of this last decade. They've made it to the Stanley Cup 3 times, but only have 1 victory. I hope you do get better, because I believe he does have a concussion right now. So Tuukka Rask, take a seat, heal up. Let's see what your team can accomplish. And heck, if they make it back to the Stanley Cup final, I want to see you on the ice. I want to see you there. Let's see some more wins to add to the most winningest goalie with the Boston Bruins franchise. The Vegas Golden Knights. Now, the Vegas Golden Knights have kind of had a rough patch right now. They were first in their division, and now they've even fallen out of a wild card spot. It was so rough that they did something that we didn't really want them to do. They fired their coach. They fired Gallant. And the most messed up part about this entire thing, they hired the Sharks ex-coach that was fired earlier this season. So the Vegas Golden Knights hired Peter DeBoer. I can't pronounce his name, but he's the guy that never smiles and kind of looks like Elmer Fudd. That's how he looks like. That's how the dude acts. It's a hard thing for Vegas, and it's a hard thing for any team in the NHL, especially when you know you have such a good team like the Vegas Golden Knights. Heck, they made it to the Stanley Cup final in their first season. That coach that brought them there, that magic, that VGK magic, it's kind of gone. Now, are you going to give your new coach, Peter, a chance? Absolutely. I mean, you have to. You have to move forward at a time like this. If you just sit down and just think of your old coach, you're not going to do well. You're not going to pick it up. And that's the worst thing that you could do right now if you're a guy on the Knights. Now, it's a little weird. It's kind of like you having a school bully, and then you go back in a class and your teacher says, hey, guess what? Everyone's pairing up for group projects, and you have to be with your school bully. Basically what just happened to the Vegas Golden Knights. It's nuts. It's crazy. Kind of sad. Honestly, I feel really bad for Gallant. I don't think he needed to get fired. Now, I do think they needed a kick in the rear end, but a firing, I think that's taking it too far. I think a lot of teams fire the coach to get their team fired up, which is a really, really weird way of inspiring a team, is saying, hey, we're going to fire the guy in charge of y'all, so y'all better act up. I don't get it, but that's pro sports for you. Vegas Golden Knights, they have fired their head coach, Gallant, and they brought in the San Jose Sharks ex-coach that was fired earlier this season, so kind of a weird thing because the guy's already been fired once this season, but now he's been rehired to your team's newest, largest rival. But I can't wait to see what's going to happen when Sharks play Golden Knights again, if it's going to happen again this season. Vegas Golden Knights. Gosh, that is weird. Nashville Predators. Now, what happened with the Predators this week? Well, it was a player that did something that's only been done in the National Hockey League twice, ever. And that thing happened twice in the same year, and so far it's only been one player that's been able to do it. What am I talking about? I'm talking about the Svechnikov, which was previously known as the Michigan, but when a player does it twice in a year, when a player does it for the very first time for a league to see at a professional level, meaning that Andrei Svechnikov did the Michigan twice in this season when it's never been done before, you might get a move named after you. Now, what's so exciting about this move is that I almost said Peter Forsberg. Philip Forsberg of the Nashville Predators was able to do it against the Oilers earlier this week. They still lost, but who even cares? I mean, if you get the Michigan in a game, I mean, I don't even care if I lost. It was a 4-2 loss. I mean, if it was an 8-1 loss, I'd probably feel pretty bad, but let's be honest. 4-2 loss, not terrible. And it's a swag move. I mean, that's a power move right there. That's saying, I don't have to take a slapper. I don't have to do anything in front of you. You need to be afraid of me not only when you can see me, but when I'm behind you. Now, that's the craziest thing about the Svechnikov move right now, is that it's invoking fear from behind the goalie, which of course there's always been passes from behind the net, but knowing that someone can just get the puck on their slapper and just tuck it in around, kind of a lot more scary. It's taking the wraparound to a how nother level. It's nuts. It's crazy. Shout out Key and Peele, because you did the whole nother level thing. Nashville Predators, Philip Forsberg. Man, hats off to you. That's so lit. I'm proud of you. We need to see more creativity in the National Hockey League. That was awesome. Yeah, I'm wearing Penguins gear for this episode, but why would I be wearing Penguins gear? Oh, maybe because the best player in the National Hockey League that plays for the Pittsburgh Penguins has came back. Who could that be? Well, duh, there's only one answer. Sidney Crosby has returned back to the National Hockey League. He was on injury reserve for about 2.5 months for, I believe it was a core injury, but he's finally back. And what would Sidney Crosby do in his first game back? What would Sidney Crosby do in his first week back? Well, what Sidney Crosby did in his first week back is, well, the first game against my Minnesota Wild in Pittsburgh, he gets 3 points and a goal in a 7-3 victory. Guy's unstoppable. 3 points and 1 goal in his first game back. Now, we already know that Crosby's a god. We already know that half the NHL fan base has a Crosby shrine in their closet that they pray to every night, to the hockey gods. A guy can take that break and just come back and just crush a team like the Wild, my team. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay. I'll get over it. I'm already over it. You know why? Because I get to watch Sidney Crosby destroy teams. That's only one thing he did in the 3 games he's been back this week. The game against the Boston Bruins, which the Penguins lost, they got decimated 4-1. It looked like the Penguins were going to come out swinging because Sidney Crosby scores in the first 30 seconds in the game. And it's just a ripper shot. I think it might have been the first shot of the game. He scores, buzz, 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 buzz. It's not going to buzz because you're in Boston. They're not going to buzz for you, duh. And that's not all that Sidney Crosby did. Tonight, Friday, against Detroit, yes, they're a bottom 3 team in the league right now. They're having a terrible season. When you're good for like 25 years straight, you're gonna have a bad season one of these years. So Sidney Crosby scores the overtime winner against the Detroit Red Wings. Now, you might be saying, oh, it's Detroit. They shouldn't even taken it to overtime. They should be a lot better. You're not wrong. Let's be honest. You're not wrong. Penguins should definitely not have taken that game to overtime. They should have completely smashed the Red Wings. Things happen. For whatever reason, they just couldn't smash them tonight. So, Sidney Crosby, maybe delayed that game a little bit longer so we could end it in style. So the Pittsburgh Penguins win tonight. Sidney Crosby with a heck of a return. Welcome back, Sidney Crosby, to the National Hockey League. Now, we got one last thing that happened. Now, this week, the Stadium Series jerseys were revealed for the following two teams, the LA Kings and the Colorado Avalanche. Now, these jerseys for the Stadium Series they're unique. They're not traditional hockey sweaters. These sweaters are trying to show off a little bit more pizzazz, and I give a lot of kudos for the league for trying to try something new with the hockey sweater, because all hockey sweaters is a patch in the middle and a couple lines on the arms. I mean, they're pretty basic, and almost every team follows the same guidelines. But what I like so much about these Stadium Series jerseys is that they're showing that you can go outside the lines, that you can go outside the boundaries of a NHL jersey, and you can take and pull inspiration from different things. So the Colorado Avalanche, their Stadium Series jersey, I will pull it up here. It's got that A forming in white, and then in the middle you see the little bit of the mountains, of course, the Avalanche, Rocky Mountains, that whole snowy type feel, because an avalanche is snow, duh. But I like that it's trying to do something different. Now, is it the prettiest jersey in the world? No. Is it the ugliest jersey in the world? Absolutely not at all. But this is what I want to see more of that the NHL does. I want to see more creativity. I want to see jerseys that go outside of the box, that explore something different. Because once the NHL starts doing that, they're going to open the door to so many different possibilities for so many different jerseys, alternate jerseys, third jerseys. And I think we're going to start seeing some phenomenal designs if you can get away from that classic hockey sweater feeling and make an actual jersey. So there's a hockey sweater, and then there's a hockey jersey. So I think they're trying to make hockey jerseys now. They're trying to throw a lot more creativity into those jerseys and have a lot more inspiration for these jerseys that are to come. And as far as the LA Kings one is concerned, I think that one looks great too. I like how it splits on the back. I like the inspiration that they're pulling from. So overall, I don't really hate these jerseys. Now, are there better jerseys? Yes, of course. At least consider the perspective that I'm looking at it from. And that perspective is, hey, you have these phenomenal jerseys. You have got these gorgeous colors. How about we work with them? How about you go outside the box, do something new, do something unique? Because in about 7 years, I bet people are going to look back like, wow, that jersey was different. I can't wait for them to do something like that again. So, this is WeCake'n. This is my first Hockey News Friday. I hope you like it because I'm having a good time. I'm going to talk as much hockey as I possibly can. So, come back, stay tuned. If you want to subscribe to see more of my content, it really does mean the world to me because that shows me progress. That shows me that people want to have a discussion, that people want to share their enjoyment of the sport, the enjoyment of this league, and just overall want to have a great time about talking hockey. And that's what this channel is all about. It's all about talking hockey and having a good time with it. So, again, this is WeCake'n. I'm feeling so good I'm caking about this video. Thanks for stopping by. I'll be back with another video.